Yo, what's up, friends? Welcome back to the channel. As always, my name is Anton. Hopefully all of you guys are having a fantastic day because we're returning to AVRIL LAVIGNE. This time I'm with you. And yeah, man, I love AVRIL LAVIGNE. She's an incredible artist, actually. Just, I don't know who writes the instrumentals, but all of her songs have impeccable instrumentals, just catchy and atmospheric, and there's just a lot going on. And then her voice is definitely like one of the most like quintessential pop punk, like pop rock kind of voices, definitely, that I think of when I think of like the 2000s. But yeah, definitely my favorite song by her, probably two-way tie between Head Above Water and When You're Gone. Like, incredible. But anyway, as always, if you have any artists you want me to check out, please leave a comment down below. And if you want to take part in our weekly votes to choose what artists come on the channel every single week, third link down below in the description to join the Discord. And this is a big shout out to Merek from the Patreon for requesting this song. As always, thank you, Merek, for all of the support. And that's it. So let's get straight into AVRIL LAVIGNE, I'm With You, which we have done the Youngblood version a while ago. That was like, I think, a year ago. So, but I love that one too. I remember loving it. I haven't listened to it since. That's one thing I always liked about AVRIL LAVIGNE, that I always like. I actually never listened to her back in the day. But what I really like about her is there's a lot of like cellos and like violins going on. Cause yeah, When You're Gone had the same thing. Head Above Water had the epic kind of backdrop. So she actually, like, there's a lot of really cool instrumentation in the background that is unheard of for pop music. She looks young.
I'm waiting in the dark. I thought that you'd be here by now. There's nothing but the rain, no footsteps on the ground. I'm listening, but there's no sound.
How old is she?
Isn't anyone trying to find me? Won't somebody come take me home? It's a damn cold night. Trying to figure out this life. Won't you take me by the hand, take me somewhere new? I don't know who you are, but I'm with you.
Such an emotional feeling, eh?
I'm looking for a place, I'm searching for a face. Is anybody here? I know, 'cause nothing's going right and everything's a mess, and no one likes to be alone.
So relatable.
Isn't anyone trying to find me? Won't somebody come take me home? It's a damn cold night. Trying to figure out this life. Won't you take me by the hand, take me somewhere new? I don't know who you are, but I'm with you. I'm with you. Yeah, yeah. Oh, why is everything so confusing? Maybe I'm just out of my mind. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's a damn cold night, trying to figure out this life. Won't you take me by the hand, take me somewhere new? I don't know who you are, but I'm with you. I'm with you. Take me by the hand, take me somewhere new. I don't know who you are, but I'm
Wow. That's such a well-written song. Wow. It's like Avril Lavigne always gives me a lot of emotions. It's like when I'm done with her songs, I'm just like, oh, it's like a lot, like something for some reason when she sings, there's like something inside me just like opens up. It's like I don't know what it is. It's like the teenage kid in me or something. Like it's just like because when I'm listening to this, I'm like I don't really relate to this, and in some sense I really do. Like you know what I mean. It's a weird thing. It's like part of my brain's like, no, you can't relate to this. Like if you do, like you're back in high school, and then the other part of me is like, but I get it. You know what I mean. Like it's just Avril Lavigne. She reminds me. When I was listening to this, I was just thinking Avril Lavigne reminds me of like a 90s kid with like the 2000s sound. It's like her lyrics are way more cutting. I guess her and Pink have like a very like, yeah, 90s ethos. Like it's just, they're very real. You know what I mean? They're just like so honest. Like I'm listening to this. I'm like, how's this on the pop stations? Like it's just so real. You know what I mean? Like I know we have like honest music on pop. I guess I guess it's getting more honest now. There was like a phase from like the mid 2000s to the late 2010s where like things got really fake, like clearly written by ghostwriters, like just really generic and just it didn't feel emotionally honest. It just felt like yeah, I guess that's how I feel. Like where this is like, this is so specifically targeting a feeling that I feel like we all don't really feel like we fit in. I have a hypothesis that nobody really feels like they fit in. On the surface, you know, some of us get really good at playing chameleons, we get really good at playing the society game and all this stuff, but I feel like deep down, all of us feel really lost. Like we just don't fit in. And it's like maybe like I feel like some of us push it so deep inside ourselves that we don't even know we don't feel like we fit in. But I'm listening to this. I'm like, I get you. Like I definitely still in some respects feel that way. Like luckily my friend group now, everyone I hang out and associate with is super honest. But I remember like, I don't know, if I go to Toronto or something, like a big city, and I just walk on the streets, like I'm just like out of my wheelhouse. I'm like, man, like this is just weird. Like the dehumanization of like cities are just weird. I find them, it's so weird. Because I grew up in a small town. I have that small town ethos of like say hi to people, like not because you should, but just because people are people. Like why wouldn't you say hi to someone? You know what I mean? It's like, it's just weird. And so I noticed this in cities, and like you just feel like a number. You just feel like a face, a ghost, just passing by, and nobody's really home. Like you might look someone in the eyes, but it's like they're not home. They're somewhere else. Like they're locked away. And it's just, yeah, I feel like Avril Lavigne, like she just touched on that. Maybe that's why she was so big. And I think I've said this before. Like maybe that's why she was so big. It's like she was just like she just touched a vein. You know, she's tapped a vein, like in all of us. And in some sense, it makes me feel like I'm a kid again, in a weird way, because again, I never listened to this when I was growing up. But yeah, I guess she just does such a good job of like pulling a part of you out, like a part of you that's in the background of your psyche, like the real you, like pulling it forward and going like, this is who you are. Like you're not all the other bullshit. This is who you are. You know what I mean? You still don't feel like you belong. You still don't feel like you matter. You still don't feel like you're enough. You still feel lost. You still feel like you're playing a game and you're just waiting for everybody to figure out that you're playing a game. You know, like even like Adele talked about that in, I think, Easy on Me. It was some song, maybe it was River Lee, but she's made a comment like, I'm just waiting for people to realize I'm full of shit. Something like, that's a paraphrase, but something like that. And I guess in some ways I can relate to that. I probably feel deep down that way too. Like, I'm like, I don't feel like I'm the guy people think I am, because I'm way more nuanced. I'm probably a lot less pure than people think I am. Like, I feel like I have this facade that I'm like this like perfect person. I don't mess up. And I'm like, yeah, I mess up a lot. And it's just like, yeah, I'm just human. You know what I mean? Just like anyone else. But anyway, yeah, I think Avril Lavigne definitely strikes a chord with people. Just that honesty. Let's see, I'm staying on a bridge. I'm waiting in the dark. I thought that you'd be here by now. There's nothing but the rain. No footsteps on the ground. I'm listening, but there's no sound. Isn't there anyone trying to find me? Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? Isn't there anyone trying to find me? That's a deeper question than it seems on face value. You look at that and you might just glance, oh yeah, but no. Think about that. Like, think about someone who's asking the question, isn't anyone trying to find me? Doesn't anyone care who I really am? You know? And then, yeah, won't somebody come take me home? How old was she when she wrote this? Produced by The Matrix. Because she seems very young. But even though these are questions you ask when you're an early teenager, I think that early teenager is still always in you. You know what I mean? I don't think it ever really goes away, those questions. I think you learn to move on and just put stuff away in the back of your mind, but I think it's always kind of still there. I like that. It's a damn cold night trying to figure out this life. Yeah, I think if people are honest with themselves, they'd realize that everyone's just kind of trying to figure it out. And we're all just going to people who are 2 steps ahead of us. Like, all the gurus, all the people, like, for the most part, I feel like some people in like India and like, you know, Buddhist monks, maybe they have it figured out, but the rest of us, anyone in Western society, I think is still trying to figure it out. Partially why I want to go to like Tibet and just live in a Buddhist monastery for a year. Yeah, but yeah, great song. Thanks, Merek. I'm always impressed by Avril Lavigne. She always just has deep stuff. Like, it's just really emotionally honest. It's very authentic. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, and you want to help me out with the YouTube algorithm, definitely leave a like, leave a comment. And if you want to help me get to 5,000 subscribers, keep sharing these videos around. That's the easiest way to grow the channel. So thank you to anyone who's doing that. And that's it. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. I love you. Peace.